Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I wasn't going to do a video today. I only like to do a video when there's something I really want to get into, and I saw something yesterday I wanted to speak about, but it wouldn't take long. But it's sort of the ripple effect of a story, if that makes sense. We'll get onto it in a second. I saw a story on Claret and Hugh yesterday about how we owe Frankfurt for Sebastian Aller's fee, which is standard, that's normal, and that there's about 25 to 30 million outstanding what we've got to pay him. Now I know you might be thinking, well, that's okay, isn't it? Well, not really, and this is where the ripple effect happens. That story on its own is not really much of a story, but it's what is significant, okay? Because there's a story, I call it a story, but there's a message in that story for us all to dissect a little bit. It's what the club have been doing since, the board have been doing since they've arrived, and I think sometimes it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, I don't always think it's bad that they do this. I think they can use it to good effect, to warn fans, if you like, and I think this is what this is. I think it's a warning, but I think it's an unnecessary warning, and that's what's annoying me a little bit. So I know a few people are going to say, well, hold on a minute, this doesn't mean it's true, but a year ago, literally a year ago, me and Gonzo have done a few videos about how we've only got 30 million to spend. Now, it wasn't to say it's bad or that, it's how we're going to spend it and such like. And a few people said, well, hang on a minute, you don't know we've only got 30 million to spend, in net that is, player sales included, and you can spend a bit more. And well, we thought, well, we're taking it from Claret and Hugh, who have gone and got from a very, very good source. And you know, even one comment said, give your heads a wobble. Well, that guy, when we only spent 25 in the summer, he didn't come back and say, well, actually you were right, because Claret and Hugh do have good sources. I don't always agree with what they do, not always, but they're good at it, if that makes sense. So when they say that we've got 25 to 30 million to spend, just to give to Frankfurt for Sebastian Aller, I sort of believe it. However, a year ago, when we signed him, we got told, the cupboard's bare, we've had to give Frankfurt a lot more money than usual up front. Normally, we pay over the length of his contract, and that's fine. So Finals, for example, we gave them 8 million out of the 22 million, and the rest gets paid up over his contract, that's fine. But we got told that Sebastian Aller's was different. We had to pay most of it up front. Now that doesn't tie in with what we're getting told today, does it? That doesn't add up. It's one or the other. You know, a year ago, the German media outlet Bild said that we were having to pay 75% of the transfer fee up front. Now they said it was 38 million of the 45, the other 7 was added on with Champions League and such like, and out of that 38 million we were going to have to pay 75% of it up front. Now Claret and Hugh reported this as well, and they basically said that we managed to get away from the 75%, but it was still a large fee, and as a result of that, David Sullivan and David Gold were having to defer their loan payment in January, which they did. And it very much got put down to the fact that Sebastian Aller's fee was largely paid up front. Things don't add up here. Now, this isn't the video here isn't necessarily about the fact that it's not adding up. It's more about what they're doing, and that is they're warning us that there's no money for the summer. We don't have any money to spend. And in normal circumstances, I think you can take that as a warning, and I understand why they would do it. But today, I don't get why they're telling us this. I just don't understand why the board feel that they've got to warn fans that we don't have any money. We know that. And I know people are going to say, well, hold on a minute, there's much bigger things to worry about at the minute with health and stuff. I know, but I'm not going to, in every video, I'm not going to do a disclaimer, because I just take it for granted that you know that there's something going on, and I can assure you, you can take it for granted that I know there's something going on. I don't feel the need to sort of chuck this disclaimer in every single video. But this is a football channel, you come here for football opinions. If I went to a music channel, I wouldn't expect someone to say, well, I was going to play the guitar today, but because of what's going on, I'm not going to bother. Well, I still expect music on the music channel. So you've come to the football channel, this is football opinions. Now, I think the board, the club, have done everything right so far with what's going on in the world. From day one, they told the unofficial, official sources, they told Claret and Hugh, we will not be furloughing our staff. They will receive 100% of their wages. And they, true to their word, that's exactly what they've done. You know, a couple of weeks later, they put out the official statement on the website once they had all their ducks lined up. They told us all, we will not be furloughing everyone. Now, the PR for the club at the minute is just brilliant. It's 100% good, it's 100% positive, and it's been done by them. They've earned that praise, that credit, they've earned that. And I just feel that this is, I'm not angry, I'm more disappointed and maybe concerned that they're going to go back to their old ways eventually. And I know a lot of people say, well, of course they will, but I just think that they've almost got an opportunity this summer. They've got an opportunity. While some clubs have an opportunity in the transfer market, because they're going to have a little bit of cash and they're going to go out there and buy some players for good value. And what would have cost 30 million last summer might only cost them 20 million this summer. West Ham, I think, have an opportunity. And it's not for buying players, because we've got no money. We've just been told that. But almost to build bridges with fans. Because I do think what they've done with regards to the government schemes and whatnot has gone down well, and I think the fans appreciate it. Even if you don't like them, I think fans are giving them credit, and deservedly so. And I just feel that this is summer's an opportunity for the board perhaps to change their ways a little bit, to stop manipulating stuff, to stop trying to lead us down mistruth paths. If that, I know that's not even a term, but I'm struggling to get out what I want to say here. And this article is the start of it for me. I read that and I thought, don't do this, just stop. Just stop. And there was no need for it. We know there's no money. Burnley are the best club, the best ran club in the Premier League in terms of finances, or they're well regarded to be anyway. 3 years of profit they've posted, which is rare for a Premier League club. They're struggling financially. Everyone is struggling. Unless you've got massive money in the bank, or you're backed by rich people who can inject a little bit of money here and there, that's fine. But we are not one of them. The fans understand that. We get it. So for this whole, it almost feels like excuses for not spending money in the summer, I don't think it's necessary. And I think that story, and I know a lot of people can say, well, the board haven't said this, but Claret and Hughes' top sources are top sources, and they are genuine. When you read an article on that website and it says top source, you can take it for sure that is top sources. And there's a reason me and Gonzo quote them, and we have different opinions of the website. Gonzo really likes Claret and Hughes. He's never made it a secret, and when I first met him he used to bang on about it all the time. He doesn't bang on about it so much because I know, but he used to tell me he read Claret and Hughes 6 times a day. He'd constantly refresh it, and I do the same, but not for the same reason as he does. He does it for the news, and he does it for, I guess, I'm not saying he enjoys what, I think he does actually enjoy what Sean and Hugh do. I do it because I know that their information is genuine. I don't, like I said, I don't agree with what they do, but I know when I refresh and I get a story and it's from top source, I know it's from the top source, and they're probably the only people out there that can offer that insight, if you like. Extra Standpoint is good for his transfer news, and to be fair, his non-transfer news as well, but his sources are not the same sources as Claret and Hughes. His sources are not top sources, if that makes sense. They're top sources as in credible and reliable, but they're not top sources as in sitting at the top of the table, the head of the table, which is what Hughes is. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Just the fact that it doesn't add up, does it? You can't tell us last summer that we didn't spend money because of the Sebastian Haller fee, and then tell us this summer we're not going to spend money because of Sebastian Haller fee. You can't have it both ways, really. I know a lot of people are probably trying to do some quick maths at the minute and stuff and say, well, you could have paid 20 million last season and still have 25 to pay this season. Of course, but I just don't, it's more about what they're doing rather than what they're saying, if that makes sense. And I just, because I don't hate the board, I actually dropped it in the first episode of the Unpopular Opinions. I dropped it in at the end. I dropped it in because I've never said I hate them, but I've never said I don't hate them. So I just assumed that you would know I don't hate them. Wrong assumption, because one video was done and there was a couple of people commented about how we, me and Gonzo, hate the board. Hang on a minute, neither of us have really said that. It's not necessarily correct, so I thought I'm going to correct you in an unpopular opinion, because I was going to do a video about it and I thought, nah, I'm just going to get abused, so I'm just not going to bother, to be honest with you. So I want to see the board do well. I think we all do. Even if you don't like them, you still want them to do well because you're a football club. And I just think there's an opportunity here this summer for Gold, Sullivan, Karen to just get things right. And the next thing is the refunds to the fans, or the offer of refunds for fans on their season tickets, because we know football is going to be behind closed doors. So, but I do believe, I'll just end on here now. This isn't from Claret and Hughes, this is from me. I don't have the same sources to Claret and Hughes, but But the OSB had a phone call with the club on Monday past, and they were very much, the OSB that is, very much saying that you have to refund fans. Crikey, I don't hate the board, I'm sticking up for the OSB. I need football back because this is far too positive, isn't it? But anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, subscribe to new event here. Tomorrow night we have our Unpopular Opinions episode 2 out. It takes a little bit of time to edit. It was going to be tonight, but we need a bit longer. Charlie needs a bit longer to edit. He's doing a good job of it. I'm looking forward to it, and if it goes down well, we've got a heavily edited video coming up next week or the week after, which is completely different to what we've done before. It's a little bit fun, so hopefully you like it, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Catch you in a bit. Hope you're well, stay safe, goodbye.